My name is Elise. I'm from Kennesaw, Georgia, but I was born and raised in Marietta. I've always been weird. I always drew on my hands. I always had pencils and paper and pens and paint around. I've always been very creative and visually expressive, and this is, like I said, is a refined way for me to show that. I had my horse since I was 7, so the horse that I got tattooed, I had him until I was 21. So I had him for a huge chunk of my life. My parents went through a divorce when I was 13, and I felt really alone. I didn't have any of my parents to lean on. My little brother kind of withdrew to heal. He was 10, for crying out loud. And so the day after my 18th birthday, it was a portrait of my horse, and it has my favorite quote, "If you seek peace, prepare for war." It's originally in Latin, so it's been around for a while, but I read it in a book called Patient Zero, and that was a book that was like my first real taste into fiction that I actually liked. I like to be happy, I like to make people happy, and it's not always peachy keen, you know? So it was a very succinct way to just describe what I was feeling. Then there was my shoulder, and then my hip, and then after that I started losing track. I have my torso done. I have the handwriting of my older brother and one of my long-term pen pals. Yeah, so I did what's called dual enrollment in high school, so I was like 16, 17 getting college and high school credits. It allowed me to graduate a year early, but if I didn't feel alienated before, that experience was really something. Going around a college campus, being the youngest kid there. But I met this girl named Abby, and she was just as weird as me. So we sat next to each other in biology, and we would pass notes the entire time, draw on each other's paper. And she moved to Athens, Georgia to go to UGA for visual production. She was a digital artist. And I was like, "You're really cool." I got her phone number, her Instagram, her Facebook. We have all of each other's social media, but we literally only talk through letters. And it's almost like journaling or diarying without having to reread it. So I have a box full of her letters from 5 years. So we'll start with my bicep. As I said earlier, even though the UFO doesn't really mean anything to me, other than it looks cool and sometimes I feel like I don't belong. I got it when my mom got her first tattoo, so it means that I get to think of my mom every time I look at my arm, and how supportive she's been through everything. This is the matching tattoo I have. I got it with a girl I matched with on Tinder. We still talk every once in a while, but I was at DC Pride and I got it an hour before I flew home. Yeah. These are the tattoos I was telling you about. That's for my older brother. That's the daisy, just because I love daisies. The dates of my animals. For my pen pal, it says "just do and don't stop doing." That's the airplane. Here's Turkey. It says, "I fear no fate, for I am your fate, my sweet," and it's a poem by E.E. Cummings. I have my back, so that's the shoulder piece. And Mo'olnave means "come and get it." And then the mermaid and the whales. There's the one of Z. And then Bear Jack. My new tattoo, which actually didn't hurt that bad, but this one did. The Valkyrie, excuse me, is on my cat. That's the tattoo I don't like, actually, but everybody else likes it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. We have Dandy on my foot. I'm okay. I found that on Tumblr, so we actually just tattooed a piece of art from there. But there's Annie Banani, so it was just a visual fun. But she's my family dog that I had growing up. There's Pluto. That's part of my life that I'm moving forward from. And then those are my 2 cats, Kitty and Ike. But the tattoo artist actually found 2 pine cones in the woods to actually use as a reference, so those are real. While I don't remember the dates of everything, and like I said, after the first couple few, I'm not exactly sure which came when, but a lot of times I can remember where I was mentally and emotionally, and just those, but to me it's just wearing my heart on my sleeve. I'm still learning to find the innate importance of myself, and so I feel like each of these pieces helps be a reminder of that whole importance, so they each kind of contribute a little bit into the significance of just me being who I am.